My husband's friend arrived to repair a leak, but an unexpected turn of events unfolded. This is a true tale of infidelity. What if the affection that formed the very foundation of your existence was merely an artfully constructed deception? I believed I had unraveled the entirety of Adrian's story, until the discovery of 2 tickets to Paris and a name that did not belong to me shattered that illusion. That night, the rain was not the sole element that drenched my skin. The flavor of betrayal lingered in the air, promising an intoxicating experience ahead. The visage that meets my gaze feels increasingly foreign in recent times. My hands clutched the rim of the sink, my fingertips dulled by the icy touch of the marble. The hands of the clock have long since passed the hour of midnight. Once more, Adrian finds himself ensconced in the familiar surroundings of a business meeting. 34 days and 7 hours have passed since he came back that fateful night, bringing with him the haunting scent of her perfume and leaving the left side of our bed eerily empty. My trembling hands graze my lips. They stay full and alluring, exuding a sense of warmth, yet no lips connect with them in a gentle caress. Owen's eyes abruptly cut through the fog of my musings. There stands Adrian's golf companion, a man of 58, his steel-gray hair whispering of the passage of time, while a scar etched across his face suggests a history rich with untold narratives. Every gaze envelopes me, etching a mark upon my essence. Yesterday, at the club, as he extended his hand toward my arm, his fingers accidentally grazed my wrist. "Vivian," he'd whispered, my name suspended in the atmosphere like an ominous incantation, "your fatigue is unmistakable." I discover that I am thoroughly alert. It seems that my moments are gradually fading into the ether. The impulse to cry out swelled inside me, yet the word I clutched firmly between my teeth now melts away like sugar on my tongue. Dishonesty. As I make my way down the staircase, I am welcomed by the inviting warmth of the living room. As I sift through Adrian's jacket, I yearn to uncover a clue, a whisper of a lipstick stain, maybe even a solitary strand of hair. What I uncover hidden within his pocket is, indeed, far more unsettling. 2 tickets to Paris, a single room secured, and a note inscribed with the name Sionette, his assistant, 32 years of age, with hair as vibrant as fire and a laugh that could illuminate even the gloomiest of days. When did Adrian and I last share a moment of laughter together? The soft hum of my phone vibrates, a gentle reminder of the world beyond. A story from Owen. I have come to repair the water leak that has been plaguing your garden shed. It appears that Adrian has recounted a story to you, a narrative woven from deception. Even though Adrian has allowed the garden to fade from his recollection, my legs move ahead as if propelled by an invisible force. The nightgown caresses me with its gentle softness, a sheer fabric that glides effortlessly over my skin. As the droplets descend from the sky, a soft melody of rain starts to unfold. Owen stands at the door, the rain-drenched fabric clinging to his physique, accentuating the lines of his damp muscles. In his hands, a multifaceted instrument of creativity. "Vivian," he calls, his voice laden with the burden of the descending rain. "May I step into your domain?" The shed emanates a rich, earthy scent of weathered timber and rusted fasteners, whispering of stories long left untold. As Owen bends to examine the pipe, his shirt adheres snugly to his back, a clear indication of the diligence he invests in his task. Behold the scar, a deep imprint carved from the very sands of Afghanistan. In a fleeting moment, I am compelled to trace its course with my fingertip. Does it entail discomfort? I find myself on the verge of asking, "What, may I ask, has drawn you here, Owen?" Words escape my mouth as he turns sharply, his eyes glisten with the fervor of a being concealed in the darkness, alert and prepared to strike. Indeed, the reasons tend to be intricately interlaced with the tapestry of our experiences, wouldn't you agree? A story poised on the brink of revelation. My heartbeat reverberates like a silver bell, ringing softly in my ears. The raindrops engage in a spirited ballet atop the shed's roof. Owen's hand hovered near my face, his eyes fixed intently on mine. The shiver ran through me at his unexpected closeness. "I had always felt that Adrian was a fool," he whispers, his breath warm against my neck. "Ah, Vivian, you are indeed a masterpiece, abandoned in a neglected nook of a dimly lit museum." I am driven to speak out in protest. "Escape with every ounce of your strength." Yet my legs appear to dissolve into nothingness. As I recline, the jagged edges of the corroded shelf press into my skin. He leaned closer, speaking so quietly I could barely hear. Ah, the days when devotion enveloped you, when each gaze brimmed with admiration, and every utterance became a melody composed in your praise. Those moments, now dimmed, possess a lingering enchantment that hangs in the atmosphere, eager to be recalled. I would like to offer you a soft reminder. In that instant, the shed door emits a chilling creak. As we set forth on this journey, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and turn on those notifications, ensuring you won't miss a single moment of the unfolding adventure. Your support through comments and likes at the conclusion truly has a significant impact. Adrian's voice echoes with strength from beyond the threshold. Vivian, to what distant realm have you strayed? In a flash of inspiration, a spark ignites within Owen's eyes. In a sudden, fluid movement, he silences me with a hand over my mouth and draws me into the obscurity lurking behind the shelves. Silence descends as he murmurs with a deep resonance. The sound of Adrian's footsteps approaches, echoing through the silence. Owen's heart pounds fiercely in my chest, his other arm wrapped around my waist. I surrendered to the current with an intensity that reverberated in the quiet. Adrian's fist struck the shed's time-worn door. Owen's breath dances through my hair, his fingers clutching my hip with a steadfast grip. Welcome the stillness. Each cell within me screams in anguish, yet my tongue is bound, ensnared in a shroud of silence. As Adrian's flashlight slices through the shadows, it unveils the untamed glimmer flickering in Owen's gaze. Vivian, what compels you to wander here at this late hour? Adrian's voice slices through the atmosphere, though it trembles with doubt. Is he contemplating his fabrications or my presence? Owen's palm shimmers with perspiration. He delicately separates my lips and glides his hand to the nape of my neck, tenderly inscribing the word quiet with his index finger. The surge of adrenaline courses through my veins, melting away like ice beneath the warm embrace of the sun. In that instant, a leak unveiled its presence, and I discovered my voice intertwining with the soft rhythm of the rain. I paused to scrutinize it intently. The cold envelopes me, draping itself over my shoulders like a weighty garment. Permit me to intervene at this juncture. In the quiet, a soft silence blankets the universe. Then a low, muttered curse slipped from the lips. Regrettably, the roof is also succumbing to leaks. On the morrow, the repairman shall make his arrival. Footsteps diminish, consumed by the gentle caress of the earth beneath. Owen's chest presses against my back, his heart pounding with intensity. What becomes of my story? It has the potential to erupt dramatically. Once again, Adrian's voice reverberates, this time drifting from a distance. I will be setting off on a journey by car. A compelling journey lies ahead with Sienna. Sienna, a name that flutters on the tongue like a hushed revelation, beckoning intrigue and awe. The name on the Paris tickets lingers on my tongue, reminiscent of the delicate caress of caramelized sweetness. As his words landed close enough that I could feel his breath, a spark ignites within me, unraveling all that I believed I understood. I murmur my farewell, yet my figure stands unmoving like a statue. Owen's fingers trace a path from my shoulders to my hips with a fluid grace. He spins me in a joyous waltz. You can't leave, he murmurs, his fingers brushing softly against the strands of hair that cling to my forehead. Not at this moment. The rain pounds incessantly on the shed, every drop a steady echo of nature's might. In a fluid gesture, he rips off his soaked shirt and casts it aside. The scar from Afghanistan flows like a river, carving a journey from his chest to his collarbone. My hand hovered briefly near the scar, noticing its shape. Did it involve suffering? My voice fades away as he leaned in as if about to speak, but paused. A lament, a yearning, a regret, all consumed within this hold. With a fierce intensity, he held the edge of my sleeve for a moment, while a vivid image of Adrian packing his suitcase flits through my mind. Ah, the enchanting city of Paris, just one individual. He leaned in close, his words deliberate and low, stirring the tempest that brews inside me. I surrender to the current. A soft voice calls out, inviting you to seize your deepest longing. If he accepted, then you ought to accept as well. He gestured for me to take a seat on the edge of the shelf, its rust whispering stories of days long past. The cold metal meets my skin, sending a jolt of warmth coursing through me. He stood directly in front of me, blocking my view of the door, and proclaims, "This could be the most exquisite act of revenge I have ever witnessed." With a deft flick of his wrist, He sends the Swiss Army knife spiraling gracefully toward the earth below. I sense that he may not take advantage of it. Yet I feel that its edge might carve into the depths of my very being. Outside, Adrian's car engine roars with a fierce intensity. He glanced briefly at the mark on my collarbone. Lo and behold, he murmurs, his breath igniting my skin, a territory Adrian never dared to explore. The engine's roar slowly fades away, leaving behind a tranquil hush. Owen's hands show the evidence of toil, yet his touch carries a tender delicacy that conveys so much more. I should hold back, yet my body drinks him in like parched soil, yearning for the life-giving touch of rain. Your feelings for me appear to be less profound than I had anticipated. With a tight hold on my wrists, I fight to release the words trapped within. His lips curve gently, radiating warmth and kindness. The scar unfolds. The essence of love. No, he replies, pressing into my hips with a strength that could leave a bruise, yet I hold you in the highest esteem. Within your flaws and your rage, you personify perfection, akin to a stunningly fractured sculpture. A lone raindrop, having navigated its passage through the roof, lands softly on my shoulder. His hand rested on his knee as he shifted slightly in place. My thoughts splinter like shards of glass. Adrian's laughter twirls through the atmosphere, while Sienna's vibrant red hair glimmers in the light, and the shed's stale scent intertwines with recollections, crafting a rich tapestry of experiences. Stop, I finally manage to say, my voice quivering as if it belongs to a child. Owen halts in his tracks. A glimmer of something fractures in his eyes. He remains suspended in a moment of eager expectation. What lies at the heart of this matter? Adrian forged ahead, unwavering in his resolve. He soared into the heavens, setting forth on an adventure to the captivating city of Paris. Here I find myself, soaked to the bone, trembling, yet undeniably alive. I softly rest my hands on Owen's scar. Persevere in your quest. In that fleeting moment, the lone bulb in the shed flickers and extinguishes. As the soft rain evolves, it burgeons into a powerful tempest. In the dim light, his breath intertwines with my sighs and the groaning shelves, crafting a chilling symphony of treachery. But who stands as the genuine traitor in this narrative? Owen's phone vibrates, casting a glow across the screen. A message has come through. In a fleeting instant, Adrian and Sienna find themselves side by side at Charles de Gaulle Airport, each holding tickets for solitary journeys, while a third suitcase rests quietly beside them. In a fleeting instant, Vivian's thoughts freeze, ensnared by a surge of panic. Owen approaches, masking the unmistakable marks on his neck, his voice a mere whisper. I cautioned you, he is a fool. Owen's hands still carry the remnants of my caress. In the quiet of the moment, he tenderly gathers his clothes, the soft glow from his phone illuminating the shed with a warm radiance. In a distant land, two wanderers, Adrian and Sienna, embarked on their journey, each accompanied by their faithful suitcases. A new story begins to take shape. It seems that the voyage to Paris was not destined to be a solitary passage, after all. Owen's lips curve into a smile. Yet this time, it bears a hint of bitterness, a shadowy turn in the narrative. Lo and behold, he proclaims, nonchalantly flinging his jacket over his shoulder, the game he crafts with you is but a shadow of the one I conjure. The rain has concluded its soft ballet. The moonlight cascades through the shed door, casting a silvery sheen upon Owen's scar. Before he takes his leave, he throws a fleeting look back over his shoulder. If you wish, you possess the ability to ignite everything around you. I grasp his message clearly. Still, I choose to hold my tongue. In a time long past, there existed a house, still and empty, its walls resonating with the faint murmurs of memories that had faded into the ether. On the table rested a note from Adrian. After just a few days in this place, the work started to unravel in unexpected ways. The melody of Sienna's laughter twirls through my senses. As I settle against the kitchen counter, the surrounding world dissolves into a soft murmur. My hands tremble with eager anticipation. Yet this time it emerged not from a place of anger. From strength, as Owen noted, a shattered statue, yet it stands tall. With determination in my step, I make my way up the staircase, reaching for the suitcase nestled in the closet's embrace. My faithful companion, the suitcase. Not a single one of the extravagant offerings Adrian granted me, the one that carries the imprint of my mother's affection. With meticulous attention, I collect a selection of books, a few passport photographs, and the treasured diary she maintained. With each turn of the page, I feel an irresistible pull towards the final words. One day, you will rise from your ashes, my dear. It is you who must kindle the fire within. With the first light of dawn breaking, I make my way back to the garden shed. Upon the weathered floor, Owen's Swiss Army knife lies, a quiet observer of the fleeting moments that have unfolded. I tuck it away into my pocket. Sharp. Within the hushed walls of the bank, I make the resolute choice to terminate our joint accounts. Creating Adrian's signature is a remarkably straightforward task. In a time long past, I meticulously designed birthday cards adorned with his unique handwriting. Ah, the capricious hand of destiny. The ringing of my phone resonates through the atmosphere. In a distant realm, a figure known as Owen emerged. Silence wraps around my reply. As I step back into my haven, my eyes are drawn to the mirror's reflection. The woman stands as a thread intricately interlaced within the tapestry of the known. I brought the scissors to my hair. The scissors glide through the air, moving in harmony with the pulse of my heart. As the cascading curls unfurl, the marks Owen inscribed upon my neck reveal themselves. Not revenge, I whispered gently to the reflection gazing back at me, but freedom. After a 2-day absence, Adrian makes his long-awaited return. With a gentle knock on the door, my suitcase awaits in the hallway, a quiet observer of the story that is about to unfold. His face is a tapestry woven with threads of bewilderment, with hands gently cradling the fragile petals, pristine and ethereal. White roses unfurl with a grace that murmurs stories of affection and purity. How completely predictable. Vivian, do enlighten me, what is transpiring? A smile dances upon my lips. Invite him in. In the center of the living room, he stands, a silhouette elegantly positioned among the well-known decor. He nonchalantly let his jacket fall away, the fragrance of Sienna's perfume still hanging in the atmosphere. Do you truly believe I should simply release it, Adrian? He falters. What is it that you desire? What story are you crafting in this moment? In a fluid gesture, I propel the Paris tickets through the air, where they meet his face with a precise thud. Allow me to present the image from my phone. The third suitcase beckons. It is unfortunate that you have misjudged my intellect. His face turns a ghostly shade, drained of color. Come closer, Vivian. The suitcase that lies before us is not mine. I cut him off, and I have progressed, free from the heaviness of it all. Clutching my suitcase tightly, I venture forth into the vast expanse of the world awaiting me. The edge of the blade from Owen's shed digs into my palm, a piercing reminder of the challenge that lies before me. Sharp, behind me, Adrian's voice reverberates, filled with a sense of urgency. To what destinations could your adventure lead you? Come back to me. I shift my direction. Sunlight waltzes through my cropped hair. From the remnants of my past, a story unfolds. Once upon a time at the station, I acquired a ticket with no return, setting forth on a journey into the unknown. What destination shall we embark on our adventure? In a time long past, within a land cloaked in enigma, there lay a story waiting to be unveiled. A message from Owen materializes on the screen. Did you ignite it in flames? With a resolute click, I banished his number, opting for silence instead of a reply. Reveal the secrets held within my mother's diary. Incorporate my unique flair on the concluding page. As Adrian's house fades into the horizon, I extract the knife from my pocket, its blade shimmering as it nears the glass. The sword glints in the sunlight, radiating a brilliant shine. Piercing the clamor. Free from constraints genuinely mine. Sunlight waltzes through the train window, draping a golden hue that accentuates my defined jawline. The cool Swiss Army knife tucked away in my pocket embodies a promise, quietly resting in my grasp. Footsteps reverberate gently through the corridor, but I maintain my focus straight ahead, resolute. Until a voice begins to intertwine the phrases from my mother's diary. With a thoughtful gaze, I absorb the tableau laid out before me. I and the softly illuminated corridor, a silhouette draped in a black trench coat lingers, enveloped in an aura of enigma. The tattoo on his wrist subtly emerged from under the sleeve, suggesting an untold story yearning for discovery. In his hands rests Kafka's Metamorphosis, a narrative that reveals itself through the surreal and the deeply meaningful. His hair sways gracefully in the gentle breeze. In his eyes, a flicker of acknowledgement swirls, the shimmer of aimless wandering. Words of regret flow from his mouth, intertwining effortlessly with the steady cadence of the train wheels rolling beneath us. That line echoes within me, as though it were meticulously fashioned for my listening pleasure. With a delicate caress, his fingertip dances across the ink inscribed on his wrist. To spark a flame first, welcome your remnants. Though smiles are a rarity for me, I gesture toward the seat. He settles into a chair, the scent he bore. Salt and tobacco, two elements that craft a narrative all their own. The Easter leaves gracefully dispersed the mold I had breathed in while in the shed. It was as if he had retrieved the very essence of my mother's words and returned them to the core of my soul. I am Damien, he proclaims, his eyes steadfastly avoiding the scars etched upon my nape. The journey itself holds no final destination. My sole wish is to persist in my journey. I softly shut the cover of my mother's diary. My hand reaches out to his tattooed wrist, a wordless beckoning to uncover the narratives inscribed upon his skin. The ink has faded in its brilliance. Did it hurt? I seek to know. He gazes intently at my hair, momentarily entwined by the breeze. It is merely the first stitch, he replies. As the train slips into the shadowy depths of the tunnel, a palpable sense of anticipation fills the atmosphere. In the dim light, my fingertips glide over the intricate lines of his tattoo. He holds his tongue. I choose to allow the narrative to reveal itself organically. As we emerge into the light, the sun intricately intertwines the fates of two unfamiliar souls. As our ashes twirl in the gentle wind, we behold the tracks that stretch infinitely toward the horizon. Perhaps new beginnings are the whispers of an unknown spirit, or the second spark ignited in the fire. The eerie resonance of silence. If you have traveled alongside me to this moment, I feel that my story has resonated deeply within you. Countless tales remain to be told. Each fleeting instant holds a gem, yearning to be discovered. Make sure to stay engaged, turn on those notifications, and express your reflections on this story in the comments below.